Hello, everybody on the internet watching, and welcome to Wyoming as we are kicking off the second game of Week 9. It's the Hamilton Rollers on the road against the Wyoming Janitors, and the home team here, the Wyoming Janitors, a victory here over one of the better teams in the TNFL, will clinch the over their division championship, and they will claim that home seed spot for the over their postseason game. And the Rollers just watched the team they were tied for second in the over here division with, the Toronto Trash Pandas. They just watched them get absolutely eviscerated at a game from hell against the Beefers earlier today as Gary Goodlord catches the kick deep in his own end zone. The Janitors won the opening coin toss. Coming to a stake near you. Won the opening coin toss. Chosen to defer, so it's going to be Rollers ball on their own 20. Against this completely revamped Janitors defense. We'll get to that in a moment. Jeff Forshot, no tight end here with Garrett Rinser in the backfield. Lots of time for Forshot to throw. No, Michael Tyre gets to him and forces the incompletion. So, the original cleanup crew that you think of, Alan Combo, it was Perry Balkyson, Len Players, and I think I said Michael Tyre already. But yeah, the only surviving member right now is Michael Tyre at left end. This has been a completely rejiggered Janitors offense as Jeff Forshot tries to throw it to Miles Gundark on the flat, but well defended there by Kyle Simpleton. But yeah, Alan Combo, strong safety. Oscar Dudeman moved from strong safety back to running back after Tyler McFridge had a season-ending broken jaw at the earlier part of the Beefers game on Friday. Forshot in the shotgun beside Rinser. 3rd and 10. And that's going to be a false start penalty on Hamilton as that's going to turn into a 3rd and 15. And this Janitors crowd already roaring, trying to make disruptions in the huddle. And Forshot's in the shotgun beside Garrett Rinser. Do the Janitors have the speed in order to combat the Booker Trayton Jr. sprint? We'll see. Forshot. Janitors only send 3. Forshot throws it to the flat, and Bobby Williamson covering Khalid swim lanes forces the incompletion. So interesting decision there by Jeff Forshot. I guess he wasn't happy with the potential throw to either Booker or Camila Pailoni. Throws it to the check down and well defended there by the Janitors. That's going to be a 4th and 15 punt for Dash Euler. Bobby Williamson waves to the fair catch as 3 Rollers about to barrel down on him. So while the Janitors' defense has been completely shaken up, their offense remains the same, save for Oscar Dudeman of Here Comes the Dudeman fame being moved back to running back number 1 to fill in for that spot. So it's going to be Jim Ratt and Milo Zapp in the backfield for this through the middle package that the Janitors use. Jim Ratt on the counter run. He's got blocks in front. That's going to be for an 8 to 9 yard run. And this is sort of the MO of the Janitors. They picked up Jim Ratt in a trade just before week 6, giving up Doug Gongshow and a 4th round pick for the Trash Pandas' Jim Ratt. And they've been using Jim Ratt as their power back. And Dudeman here on the outside run. Look at his speed at the 40 for a first down, almost to the 35. And the Janitors are making headway here with the run game. And again, on the line for the Janitors, if a victory here against the Rollers, they win their division championship for the regular season. But the Rollers have to capitalize on the Trash Pandas losing today. They need to pile on the points. Oscar Dudeman doesn't get much great blocking there on that outside pitch as the Rollers converge on him. That's either going to be tackled for a loss or only for a gain of 1. And man, if you've never seen an Oscar Dudeman stiff arm, hopefully we'll see a good one today. He makes people's souls explode out of their bodies on contact. It's great. 2nd and 10, 6 minutes on the clock. Dudeman play action throw, and that's an interception by Jeremy Owl. That was Craig Quaffin on a slant. But man, there were so many Rollers in the vicinity that could have only ended one way. He's tackled down by Bogdan, who tries to right his wrong. And the Janitors give up a turnover here. So it's Rollers ball past their 35. Actually, it's almost to the 40. They're at the 38. So Jeff Forshot in a beefy I formation. Booker Trayton Jr. counter run. Great smackdown there by Michael Tyre, stopping the run for about 4 or 5 yards. So the Rollers get it past the 40. So point differential is the stat that matters the most to the Rollers right now. Going into this week, they only led the Trash Pandas 6 on that tiebreaker. So with the Trash Pandas having such a devastating loss, Booker Trayton Jr. double pass? Hello? So, man, the butterfly's getting to him, he, like, threw it downwards. That was a Booker Trayton Jr. gadget play. Holy moly. 3rd and 6 for the Rollers after their experiment doesn't really work out. Half Price and Garrett Rinser in the backfield. Forshot throws. Lots of time in the pocket. Throws it deep for Booker, but there's safety help with Zach Racer as he tips it out of bounds. Great work there from the veteran free safety. And in a league where players swap positions seemingly every game as the GMs make efforts to put people where they, thrive and where their stats best suit them, Zach Racer has been put... Whoa, weird snap there for Dash Euler. Zach Racer, free safety, number 20 for the Janitors, as this punt is punted for a touchback, has been there since the very first preseason game the Janitors ever played. And since then, he's been a workhorse for the Janitors. I can't put over Zach Racer enough. He was one of the front runners for Defensive Player of the Year before Michael Hotz basically told everybody, hey, that award's mine, by the way. But do not underestimate Zach Racer, the biggest man in the backfield. Bogdan handing it off to Jim Rad up the middle. He's got great blocks for about a 6-yard run. Janitors at their 27-yard line. Bogdan already with an interception this game, but the run game has been firing on all cylinders. Dude Man hasn't had that breakout run yet. Will we see it here? Counter run to the outside. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. Oh, yes, we will. He gets to the 45. And this is the threat potential of Oscar Dude Man. Now, while they had Tyler McFridge as running back number 1, using his speed on the outside, that freed up Oscar Dudeman to use his insane stat line on defense. He was actually incredibly good at strong safety for the few games he played there, but now he's back at his home position at running back, and you are seeing why the Janitors put them back here. Again, I described it as a shot of adrenaline to this offense here. The Rollers piling up the tackle box here as Bogdan looks to throw. Over the middle, tries to get it to Harold Van Panel, but well defended there by the cornerback. But yeah, it was very interesting to see the Janitors evolve over the course of the season. They were so throw-heavy in the first couple weeks, and while they found some success with it, eventually they switched to a more ground-based game. As Bogdan throws it over the middle, almost throws an interception to Reno Pearson, again intended for Harold Van Panel on a 5-yard in route. And yeah, while they did find some success with the passing game, it eventually got to the point where every team in the league was over-optimizing their secondaries. 3rd and 10 here for the Janitors as they're on their 45. That now we've seen running plays be featured more heavily in every team's meta. Bogdan in the shotgun. The Rollers send 4. Bogdan throwing it deep for Craig Quafford. He catches it at the 5. Touchdown, Janitors. And Quaffert's speed is going to be an issue for this Rollers secondary. Now, they've got a lot of speed back there. Of course, they have Gerald Skygrave, one of the better cornerbacks in the league, shadowing wide receiver number 1. And of course, Landon Chuff Puff and Jeremy Owl, the free and strong safeties, have incredible speed. But Craig Quaffett, I think, has 99 speed. It's something stupid. So if Bogdan can buy time, his O-line is pretty good this season. If the O-line can hold their blocks and give Bogdan enough time to let her rip, we are going to see a lot of touchdown passes this game against the Rollers. 3 minutes, 39 seconds left in the first quarter. Joshua Hoser kicking it back to the Rollers. Gary Goodlord 2 yards into his end zone, runs it back. He's at the 10, picks up a block at the 25. Tackle just outside the 30. With Monty Belmont doing the dirty work. The Rollers without a first down this game. They tried the Booker Trayton Jr. deep pass. Knocked away by Zach Racer. We'll see if Forshot decides to try another one here as he starts in the shotgun on first down. Janitors send forward. It's a quick pass to Booker, but look at that reach from Jacob Tahoe Jr. He spotted the bullet pass coming from a mile away and got his hand up, tipped it away. And that was a good window to Booker Trayton Jr. too. Had he not made that Herculean jump, that would have gone for about 20 to 25 yards. Forshot stepping back, throws it up for Camilo Piloni, but this is going to be overthrown out of bounds with Bobby Williamson chasing him out. And that's another third down for the Rollers. 3rd and 10. No yardage gained for the Rollers on this play. Booker Trayton Jr. beside Jeff Forshot. Forshot jumps back. Throws it up for Camilo throws it up for Miles Gundark, but Bobby Williamson, excellent play on the ball, swats the ball out of Gundark's hands. 4th down. And I have to say, this Janitors secondary is looking superb. This is the best threat that the Rollers have. Their deep ball with both Camilo Piloni being able to bully a lot of defensive backs in this league, able to moss them for passes, as it's called. And then also you have Booker Trayton Jr.'s insane speed. And, man, kudos to this Janitors defense really snuffing that plan of attack out. We might see the Rollers go to a more run-heavy game plan with Garrett Rinser and Darius Peppershaker later in the game, but we'll see how adjustments are made. Bogdan and Co. starting this drive at their 30. Harold Van Panel on the move, and the Rollers shift their entire coverage. They send 6, and that leads to a cornerback sack by Carter Amenbrake. A huge blitz there by the Rollers, and perhaps they are changing up their defensive game plan to get to Bogdan in time when they feel the pass about to happen. Oscar Dudeman, the lone back. And off to, no, it's a play action pass. Throws it up for Craig Crawford, who has separation. And it's picked up inbounds, but walked out of bounds by Craig Crawford at the 15. And the Rollers leave another big Quaffit reception open. They got to stay on Quaffit if they want to continue to keep the Janitors out of the red zone. Zap and Rat on the toss play, but Rat somehow makes Chuck Puff miss. Rat dives forward for a 5-yard gain to the 10. I thought that play was going to be stopped for a loss, but Jim Rat somehow made the safety miss. 2nd and 6. For the Janitors. Zap and Rat once again in the backfield. Rat handoff, dive through the middle. What a block by Milo Zap for a first down. And this is exactly what the Janitors picked up Jim Rat for. They had Tyler McFridge and now Oscar Dudeman to do the power running on the offside using his insane speed, but Jim Rat, with his tenacity and fortitude, is excellent for just jamming it up the middle. Mel Strong replacing Jim Rat for this 1st and goal as the Janitors are on the 6. They tried to do an off-tackle play, but that's stopped for a loss by D. Jamjario. So the Rollers have been able to stay healthy this season for the most part. They lost Owen Cantwell for a couple of games, but he's back on the defensive line full-time. Zap and Mel Strong as the Janitors... Oh, they give it off to Milo Zap on the fullback handoff, but the surprise play doesn't work. He just bounces off the defensive line for no gain. 3rd down, Janitors. And sometimes that can work. Milo Zap has picked up so many good blocks that you can lure the defense into suspecting he's just there as a lead blocking fullback. But the Rollers not tricked on that one. Bogdan looking to pass on 3rd down. Tries to get it to Jed Chadwick on the out route, but he runs into a defender and can't get to the ball. And that's going to be 4th down Janitors, as it looks like they are going to kick a field goal from the 5-yard line. And the kick is good. The Janitors up 10-0 here in the first. Craig Quaffett, definitely the MVP of the game so far. He's picked up that first long passing touchdown, and he was the one who set up that red zone attack, unfortunately not ending in another touchdown, but ending in a field goal. But the Rollers looking like they're about to meet the same fate as the Trash Pandas, should they not turn the game around. Gary Goodlord, 3 or 2 yards into his end zone, returns the ball. He's at the 10, swoops back up. He's at the 30. He's got some good blocks, but he won't get farther than the 30. And it looks like it's going to be Rollers ball at around the 31. Ball spotted at the 32. So like I said, maybe the Rollers need to go towards their running plays more against this unproven cleanup crew, this new defensive line. And looks like they will. Booker Trayton Jr. will get tackled by Michael Tyre at the 35. Not a big gain there from the little wonder kid. That's going to end our first quarter of play. The Rollers nothing, and the home team Wyoming Janitors 10, as they're looking to clinch their division championship with a win over the Rollers today. 4-shot in the shotgun along Garrett Rinser, and this means one thing and one thing only: they are going deep. Of course, the Rollers do not have a very big playbook. They have an all-killer, no-filler playbook, about only 1 to 3 plays per formation. Pump fake by 4-shot, throws it up deep for Booker Trayton Jr. Williamson on the coverage, isn't able to get in front of him, but tackles him down at the 10. And there's not much you can do about that if you don't have safety help with Booker Trayton Jr. And Williamson is fast, but he was just ever so slightly behind. Able to come up with the tackle, his 4-shot, looking for an out route, gets it to August half-price past the 10. Bobby Williamson defending the pass. The Rollers now in striking distance. They are at their opponent's 7-yard line. 2nd and 6, sorry. At 2nd and 6, they need to get to the 1-yard line for a first down, but it's going to be a counter run for Booker Trayton Jr. running to the outside, and he can't be stopped by Jacob Tahoe Jr. Touchdown, Rollers. And this is exactly what the Rollers need to do going on forward. They need to use Booker Trayton Jr. in the running game for sure. Although the Janitors did show a vulnerability to the deep pass there with Booker Trayton Jr. being able to race past the one-on-one coverage. And if you get Booker Trayton Jr. in a one-on-one, that is just a recipe to print money. Kyle Borger to kick his first extra point of the game. And the kick is good, and the Rollers decrease the deficit to 3 points. Wyoming Janitors leading 10-7 here in Wyoming. So we'll see how the Rollers react on defense here. So the Janitors have this two-pronged offense. Their running game has been exceptionally good. Jim Ratt has been amazing up the middle. And we're starting to see Oscar Dudeman really warm up on the sides. As Bobby Williamson is 3 yards into the end zone. He's going to opt just to touch back and start his team at the 20-yard line. So we'll see if the Janitors continue testing this secondary deep with Craig Quaffett. And we haven't seen much from Larry Balding yet. We've seen a couple of attempted completions to Harold Van Panel that haven't really gone well in the middle of the field. And in motion set in there by Bogdan. And off to Dude Man, he's got a lead blocker. Dude Man gets a stiff arm, gets a spin. He's still going, he's at the 35. Man. Oscar Dude Man is the gift that keeps on giving. He is like a gift card you find in your wallet that you swear was expired but still has $20 left on it. First and 10 for the Wyoming Janitors as they are at their 36-yard line. Dude man, the lone back, outside pitch to him, and he's going to go one-on-one spin move. Oh, how does he keep getting these yards? First down past the 45. He is a master of the left stick, I swear. He steps away from the first tackler. You think he's only going to get 3 yards. He spins again, makes another guy miss, and it's up to the third guy to tackle him down past the first down yard. It's insane. Oscar Dudeman is a game breaker. First and 10, the Janitors at their 47. Jim Ratt on the counter run doesn't really find a way up the middle. He's only going to get about half a yard. Second and 9 for the Janitors, still at their 48. 5 minutes, 12 seconds left in the first half of the game. Jim Ratt, the lone back. Jed Chadwick on the move. Jim Ratt's going to receive the handoff. Jed Chadwick picks up a big block. Craig Quaffin with a big block. He's at the 20. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Jim Ratt. What blocking? Holy moly. Craig Quaffin came in like a Rottweiler, bowling over the secondary, clearing a lane for Jim Ratt. I hope we get a good review of that. Jim Ratt. Jed Chadwick gets the pancake. Quaffin gets the double kill. And with everyone still on respawn, Jim Ratt punches it in. And that trade deal just keeps getting sweeter and sweeter for Wyoming. 52-yard touchdown run for the Rat Man. Joshua Hoser, extra point is good. The Janitors lead by 10. All runs for that play, and if this blocking keeps up for the Janitors, what can the Rollers do about it? Five minutes left in the half. Hoser kicks it back deep to the right side of the field for Gary Goodlord. And he muffs the kick return. He's at the 10. And he's going to get tackled down at around the 15. Make it maybe the 17 or 18. We'll see where the referees spot the ball. It's going to be at the 18. So an inside the 20 kickoff. Rollers down by 10. Looks like a draw play. No, four shot over the middle, intended for Kelly's swim lanes, but slightly overthrown and well defended there by Williamson. At least I think that was Williamson, and it looked like Williamson's outline. Maybe it was a linebacker. That's roughly where Steve Rail hangs out. Four shot stepping back, looking to throw it up to Kelly Swim Lanes, who picks it up at the 40. First down, Rollers. Picking up over the Ruben Stables coverage. And Ruben Staples almost made a play on that, but perfectly thrown by Four shot. Jeff Forshot, only 3 for 11 today. It's not been his best day, but at least he hasn't turned the ball over yet. August Half-Price in motion, play action pass, interception by the nickel, or that looks like the dime back. Yeah, that's the nickel back Len Players. So Len Players' first start as a defensive back, and he gets an interception on one of the money plays for the Rollers. The Rollers love that tight package and then attack the corners, because the Rollers GM looked at all the tight formations and being able to exploit the slower speeds of the linebackers and just immediately attacking with corner routes with high-speed players. And Len Players is there for the takeaway. What is Dude Man doing as he gets tackled for a loss by Braden Cringe? Now, commentators curse there. I regret bringing up Jeff Forshot's interception total of the game. But it's going to be Janitor's ball at the 35. After that 3-yard tackle for loss. Oscar Dude Man, the lone back. Rollers shifting their coverage as the Janitors audible to another play. Ogden looking to throw, in trouble. Throws it deep to Harold Van Panel. Incomplete. Harold Van Panel streaking across the end zone. Double coverage. Gonna be 3rd and 13 for the Janitors. I think they are just slightly out of Dan Popcap's field goal range. A big completion here. Oh, he can't quite get his hands on it. That pass intended for Craig Quaffit. Almost caught at the 10, but just off of his tippy fingers. And Joshua Hoser trying for a long 52-yard field goal attempt. And it's good. No good, it's short. So that's going to be a turnover. The Rollers are going to pick up the ball where the field goal try was placed at the 41. So the 52-yard field goals continue the haunt to the Janitors. If you know, you know. Jeff Forshot in trouble, has to throw it early, almost picked off. Pass interference by Ruben Staples on Camilo Piloni. Getting into the hands of the defender, and boos outpouring here from the Janitors. So that defensive interference call brings the Rollers all the way down the field to the opponent's 33. Forshot in the eye. Booker Trayton Jr. counter run. He's got blocks on the left side. He's got more blocks on the left side, but Kyle Simpleton catches up with him with a tackle from behind. The Rollers get it to the 25. That's Booker Trayton Jr.'s 4th rush for 20 yards. That's an average of 5 every carry. 2nd and 3. The Rollers hoping to turn this turnover into a score. Jeff Forshot in a lot of trouble. Kyle Simpleton attempting to make an interception off that throw out of the sack at the 10. And the cleanup crew, although certainly filled out with a different roster, still getting to the quarterback as ever. 3rd down for the Rollers, who have not yet converted on 3rd down. And Forshot's in the Hail Mary position. Pump fake over the middle, and another throw out of the sack as the Janitors' pressure is just too strong. The Hamilton Rollers are the only team in the league to have defeated the Kingston Gators, who currently sit with the best win-loss in the league at 7-1. But since then, they have not been able to really stick the landing on any of their games. That kick is good. The Rollers put the deficit to 4. Or put the deficit to 7, sorry. With only 2 minutes, 26 seconds left in the first half. Yeah, the Rollers have a 4-4 record that ties them with the Trash Pandas. And with the Trash Pandas losing and going down to 4-5, the Rollers have to capitalize with a win here. The margin is not that big. Bobby Williamson on the return gets tackled down past the 30. First and 10 for the Janitors, who start the drive at their 31. Oscar Dudeman, the lone back. Ogden sends Jed Chadwick in motion. Counter run for Dudeman, but it's stopped. Great blitz there by Jacob Wayover and Walter Kiteflyer stopping the run. And you pretty much need to bring that much beef to stop Dudeman. 2-minute warning for the Janitors as we are coming to the close of the first half of play. Once again, the Janitors leading by 7 points, 17-10 here in Wyoming. At stake, if the Janitors win, they clinch their division's championship for the regular season. And the Rollers looking to capitalize on a Trash Pandas loss earlier tonight in order to maintain second in the division for a playoff spot. Oscar Dudeman picks up a great block by Abba Zaba. Gets about 5 yards on the play, tries to roll past a tackle, but gets stopped by some help. Third and 6, the Janitors at their 35. A loud crowd here tonight in Wyoming. And Bogdan's going to take a short step back, tries to throw it to a Larry Balding slant route, but well spotted there by the safety. So the Janitors can't convert on a third down. 4th and 6. Here comes Dan Popcak to pump it back to the Rollers. Popcak. Punt to the right side. This could be a good punt. Out of position. That's going to go to the 25. Not a bad punt at all. Directly to the 25. Mathematically so. So it's 1st and 10 for the Rollers, and Jeff Forshot's wasting no time in the Hail Mary position. Rollers in trouble as... Man, you cannot wait on this Hail Mary pass against the Janitors. Every single time, Michael Tyre has been able to shred that right tackle and get to Jeff Forshot before he's confident enough to let it rip to Booker Trayton Jr. Sorry. So now we go to a dual tight end formation here. Forshot throws it to the corner. Well defended by Bobby Williamson on Camilo Piloni. And man, this is just, I don't know if the Janitors are just up to date on their film against the Rollers playbook. Now this playbook looked so innovative in the second week. And the Rollers started making waves. Deep pass to Booker Trayton Jr. Gets it over. Zach Racer in pursuit, but can't get to Booker. Touchdown, Rollers. A 70-yard, 5-yard touchdown pass, and that's the second time I've had a commentator's curse this game. Jeff Forshot breaking away. And that's Monty Belmont at strong safety, unable to keep up with Booker. Of course, Alan Combo moved to strong safety. But I believe Alan Combo's stamina stat isn't super great as the extra point is kicked good. We have a tie game here in Wyoming. Borger to kick it back off, so the Rollers able to fight back an early deficit. 1:17 left in the game. Good kick by Borger, and Bobby Williamson has been catching these kickoffs in his own end zone all game long. Just superb kick after superb kick by Kyle Borger. And Williamson's touchback. Williamson's kneel will go to the 20. So the Janitors need to respond here with a score of their own going into the half. Bogdan in the shotgun beside Dude Man. It's going to be a Dude Man draw, but he can't quite get any juice going. He's going to be tackled for a loss of 1. Now that's something we haven't really seen from any team this season, is really operating runs out of the shotgun. We saw the Gators do it last Friday for extreme effect, as we have Jim Rat and Milo Zapp in the backfield for this play. Jim Rat on the counter run. He's got lots of good blocks, but Milo Zapp can't pick it up. Oh my god, Milo Zapp just picked it up. He can't pick up the block, but he sure can pick up the forced fumble. That's Jim Rat's first forced fumble of the game, and I think that's just the first forced fumble of the game, period, considering how many there were in the game earlier. 3rd and 7 for the Janitors. Jed Chadwick on the move, but so is Larry Balding. Bogdan looking for a pass here, potentially. Yes. Throws it over. Interception by Gerald Skygrave. Larry Balding was on the comeback, and he wasn't able to beat the cornerback there. That was amazing heads-up play there by Gerald Skygrave, who gets the turnover deep in Janitors' side of the field. They're at the 27-yard line. Forshot with Garrett Rinser, the lone back. Forshot steps back in trouble. Janitors send 5. It's going to be Khalid Swimlanes over the middle, tackled down by Ruben Staples at the 21. The Rollers take their second timeout, pausing the clock at 40 seconds. B formation here for the Rollers. Jeff Forshot steps back, throws it to the outside, tipped away by Jacob Tahoe Jr. That's going to bring up a quick third down. We've seen nothing from Garrett Rinser. Oh, this looks like an August Price handoff if I've ever seen it. Yes, it is, and well spotted there by Steve Rail. 4th down Rollers. And the Janitors use their first timeout. They kind of have to in order to preserve play clock here, else the Rollers would just wait to kick it with zeros on the clock. So a great 4th down stop for the Janitors as they hold the Rollers to a field goal. Kyle Borger kicks it clear. And so the Janitors will have a handful of plays to potentially tie up the game going into the half. 33 seconds left. Bobby Williamson very deep into his own end zone. It looked like Kyle Borger could have kicked a field goal from all the way back there. That's incredible. The Janitors have 2 timeouts. Bogdan in the shotgun beside Oscar Dudeman. Bogdan looking to throw. Throws it, almost throws an interception intended for Larry Balding, but Bogdan bullet passed it. Balding had close coverage by a safety, and the cornerback was sitting underneath. 2nd and 10. After the incomplete pass, the clock is stopped at 28 seconds. Bogdan, same formation. Going to be a play action. Dude man stopped there. A buggy play on the handoff. And Cool Video Games pushes the Janitors back past their 15. Bogdan under center. 10 seconds left. So I wonder if they're just going to hand it off to Dude Man and concede the half here. Yeah, they're just going to concede the half. They're not going to make any risky throws here as the Rollers carry a 3-point lead going into the half. 20-17. Still a very close competitive game here. And both teams, we saw minor adjustments being made in that first half, but no doubt conversations were had in the locker room as to what to do against each other. Perhaps they noticed how Booker Trayton Jr. can get past the Janitors' safety and defensive backs in order for more breakaways or perhaps force more juicy one-on-ones. And maybe the Janitors have found a way to get Quaffit open more or potentially some more action by Oscar Dudeman on the sides. And to really emphasize the feast or famine approach of the Rollers, they only have 2 first downs so far this game. Meanwhile, the Janitors have 6. Bogdan under center with Dudeman in the back to start off the second half. Janitors at their 20-yard line. Jed Chadwick in motion. Dudeman on the counter run. And he's got an open field ahead of him. Makes the safety miss. About an 11-yard gain for a first down past the 30. And here's the thing. If Dudeman can use misdirection in order to get the defenders to bite on the wrong side of the field, and he forces that one-on-one with the safety. If he makes a miss, he can go for a touchdown. Dudeman, play action pass, up and over for Quaffit. It's underthrown, intercepted by Gerald Skygrave. And that pass has worked so well so far this game. But Quaffit overran the ball, and a great play made by Skygrave as the Rollers pick up possession at their own 38. With a 3-point lead, this is great on momentum swing for the Rollers. Hand off to Garrett Rinser, right up the middle for about an 8 or 9 yard gain. They get it past the 45. 2nd and 1. The Rollers in the Hail Mary situation. They're going to hand it off to Booker. Gets a first down at the 50. Fresh set of downs for the Rollers as they are at their own 49-yard line, threatening to go into enemy territory. Garrett Rinser, the lone back. No tight end for the Rollers on this play. It's going to be a dive, and looks like Steve Rail's going to have some trouble getting Garrett Rinser down to the floor. He's going to charge forward for about 3 or 4 yards. Second and 7. The Rollers at their opponent's 48. Shot to throw. The Janitors send 4. Chosen up and over for Camilo Pailoni and overthrown. Third down, Rollers. One for 6 on 3rd down. Jeff Forshot in the shotgun with Garrett Rinser. Forshot gets it to Camilo Pailoni, who turns upfield for a first down. Almost getting it to the 40. That was great. So they baited the long pass, and then Camilo Pailoni playing the sail, the in route down the middle, and turns it upfield for a first down. Now, we've seen so many times today, especially in that Trash Pandas Beefers game, where frustratingly, so many times Jeff Gongshow throwing it behind the sticks and just not... the receiver's not able to turn upfield. It works wonderfully there for the Rollers, who now have a fresh set of downs at the 45. Counter run by Garrett Rinser. He gets it almost to the 35. Tackled down by Zach Racer. Second and 5. Rollers at their 36. Or at their opponent's 36, I should say. Stepping back to throw. Over the middle, almost played by Kyle Simpleton. Good stop there. That's going to be another Rollers 3rd down. Shot with Garrett Rinser beside him. The Rollers have established their ability to give an in route in the middle. Oh, a high snap. Jeff Forshot reaches up. Oh, it gets past Gundark! As there was a cornerback attempting to make a big play, but misses the ball. We'll see who that was and how close it was. So that's number 43. That's not Len Players, is it? No, it's Brandon Borger. One of the Borger brothers came this close. Holy shoot. That came that close to an interception. And Miles Gundark punches it in for 6. And the Rollers go up 9 in this tight game. Damn near an interception. Feast or famine on that throw for sure. And Kyle Borger, the other Borger brother, they are related, kicks it good. And the Rollers go up 10 here in the 3rd quarter. So momentum completely swinging from the first half. The Rollers up a field goal and a touchdown. 4:20 left in the 3rd quarter. Borger, another thunderous kick to add to his resume. Bobby Williamson 5 yards into the end zone. Kneels for a touchback. So the Janitors will once again begin on the 20. So the Janitors have been throwing a bunch of interceptions lately. Bogdan needs to get his head back in the game, perhaps go more towards the run side of things. There's still lots of time left in the game and a lot of football to be played. Bogdan, toss play to Dude Man on the outside. Shoulder tackles past the defender. Gets it to the 25. And I'm going to guess about more than half of Dude Man's yards have been after first contact yards. That man, I swear, could be a professional wrestler and win every championship belt. Bogdan at the 26, Jim Rat the lone back. 2nd and 4. Jim Rat play action pass. Bogdan throws it deep for Larry Balding, double covered. And Gerald Skygrave almost picks up the ball before it hit the ground. Third down, Janitors. Now, do they have faith? No, they're in the shotgun, so they're probably not handing it off. Jim Rat to the flat. Great pickup there by Larry Balding for a first down. Excellent awareness there by Bogdan, throwing it to the flat. Gets the for sure completion and gets his team a fresh set of downs. They're at the 32 now. 3 minutes, 22 seconds and counting left on the clock. Jim Rat still the lone back. Filling in for a tired Oscar Dude Man. He's going to go back and throw in trouble. Throws it deep again for Larry Balding. And Balding just has not been able to win this one-on-one matchup between himself and safety Landon Chuckpuff. Because the Janitors, of course, I mean, it's sort of ingrained as a quarterback. If you see one of your better receivers in one-on-one coverage, you test that, but maybe the AI can't quite see the size disparity between those two players. Hand off to Jim Rat. He's got Aaron Abazab as a lead blocker. Nearly gets it to the 40, and that'll bring up a third down. Not a lot of yards to go to refresh the downs. Perhaps the Janitors will go for another for sure pass here. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining. Dude Man back in as the running back. And they'll hand it to Dude Man on the counter run. Shakes off a tackler, and he'll get it almost to the 50. Dude Man can turn a tackle for loss into a 10-yard gain. It's insane. I've been spilling the beans about him all game long, and I'm still not over him. What an asset to this team. Bogdan at the 48. Dude Man handoff up the middle, but well tackled there by Jacob Wayover. That's going to be a half-yard loss. And the Dude Man up the middle gambit doesn't pay off. I want to give a special notice to Aaron Abazaba, number 77 there, that left guard. He's been picking up amazing blocks for every running back so far, and he's been key for a lot of these runs. Bogdan to throw. Throws it deep to number 13, and that's an interception again. And will this go all the way? And the ball's loose, but it's, oh man. A forced fumble, but it rolls out of bounds, and it's Roller's ball, so Wyoming's challenging the fumble. Why would Wyoming challenge this? Is it because they'll get like a decimal of a yard better field position? I don't know why Wyoming is challenging this. But that's the second overthrown ball by Bruce Bogdan, and they really want to go deep against this Rollers secondary, but it's just not working out. It's 1st and 10. It's weird as they keep going to Larry Balding, and on that time it was, I'm not sure who that was, but oh my god, what a great post route there by Khalid Swim Lanes. And the Rollers at their opponent's 40. So this will be a big win against the Janitors for the Rollers. This will almost lock up that second place playoff spot. It's a handoff to Garrett Rinser up the middle for a 6-yard gain. And if you're the Janitors, you have to at least be thankful that the rest of your division is sort of middling at 3 and 5. But with the Beefers picking up a win against the Trash Pandas earlier today. It may be a close race for that championship going into the final week. Over the middle, swapped away. Zach Racer almost getting a play on the ball. I think the Rollers are barely within Kyle Borger field goal range. They're at the 33. Jeff Forshaw in the shotgun for this third down play with 7 seconds left in the quarter. Throws it over. It's a completion to August Half-Price at the 25 for a first down. That'll bring up the third quarter. The Rollers with a 10-point lead. The Janitors need to stop this drive for a field goal and start fighting back hard here in the fourth if they want to clinch their division's championship. Rollers in the I form. Booker Trayton Jr. tries to go on the counter run, but it's stopped for a loss by Perry Bulkison, no longer the newest member of the cleanup crew, as he's joined by John Gibby and Mickey Hamburgerson on that line. Forshaw in the shotgun, 2nd and 11. Rollers at the 26. Forshaw looking to throw. Pump fake. Going to the end zone. Triple covered. Incomplete. Quadruple covered almost. That'll be third down Rollers. Forshaw once again looking to go deep here. Janitors send 5, and it's a sack. Bert Haybarn gets a big sack here, and that might push the Rollers out of field goal range. It'll be a 48-yarder, so no, this will be quite good. The field goal attempt being made at the 30. So this should be good for Kyle Borger. No, he shanks it! No good! And I need to double check my notes, but that might be the first field goal Kyle Borger has missed all season. And the Wyoming Janitors getting okay field position as they get the ball back at the 37. I form for the Janitors. Jim Ratt on the counter up the middle. It's about 3 yards to the 40. Second and 7. Oscar Dudeman, the lone back. Bogdan goes to throw. Throws it to Harold Van Panel. Incomplete as Landon Chupuff gets some help in. And Landon Chupuff has been the MVP for the Rollers all game long. He's been making sure that Larry Balding and we've seen a couple of times them throw it to either Sean Woodward or Dick Wheeler. Someone who isn't Craig Quaffit, basically. And it might be only up to Quaffit to get these long passes that the Janitors are setting up for. 3rd and 7 now. 6 minutes on the clock left in the game. Bogdan throws it up. Tipped away by Emmett Bonkright. That's 4th down. So the Janitors are running out of time. There's 6 minutes left in the game and they are down 10 points. Now they were able to stop the Rollers from scoring any points on the last drive. So maybe they have confidence in their defense. Gary Goodlord waves for the fair catch. Short of the 15. So great punt there by Dan Popcap. The Rollers have a long way to go if they want to get to the end zone. 1st and 10 for the Rollers. They are at their 13-yard line. Empty set. August Half-Price. Play action. Looking for the flat. Miles Gundark gets it for a first down at the 25. And Miles Gundark appears to have injured his arm on the play. Hopefully he's okay. Well, Miles Gundark isn't exactly Booker Trayton Jr. on this team. He's been such a good bully receiver. So big, huge, able to basically win any one-on-one with any defensive back in the league. He's at 47 yards today with 16 yards after carry, so hopefully he's okay. Jeff Forshaw throwing it over the middle. Kyle Simpleton batting it away. Upper arm bruise will return, so very minor injury for Miles Gundark. Booker Trayton Jr. on the counter, and that's stopped for a loss by Jacob Tahoe Jr., who's been really good at stopping the run this game. And he's pretty much forced the Rollers to keep passing it on third down. So this is pivotal. This is pivotal. If Booker Trayton Jr. gets... Oh, no, they're going to opt for the beef package on third and long. Booker Trayton Jr. play action. Throw out of the sack. Booker can't get the first down, but it's going to be 4th and inches. Well, the Rollers go for it with a 10-point lead. No, they'll get Dash Euler. They'll play it safe. Bobby Williamson receiving it at the 20. He'll run it to the 30 before being tackled down. And this is huge for the Janitors. They need 2 scores to go ahead. And they have enough time to do so, but not much more than that. It's still winnable here for the over there division leaders. But they keep trying to test this speedy defense deep. And it's not been working out. We'll see how they adjust. Bogdan sends Jed Chadwick to the outside. Bogdan looking to throw. Throws it up deep for Larry Balding. And almost overthrown to Nate Arnett again. And they are really hoping that Larry Balding can get open. But, man, Nate Arnett is just so huge. Just towers over the little Larry Balding. Second and 10 for the Janitors. Harold Van Panel on the move. Bogdan goes to throw. Throws it to the flat. Interception, and Braden Cringe picks it up, and the Wyoming Janitors even have to face mask to bring it down, and that could be the end of the Janitors for this game. The Rollers pick it up at the 25. At the 15 even. Very short field. Counter run by Garrett Rinser. He's up the middle of the field. He'll get about 8 yards. They'll get to the 7. Shot looking to throw, throws it to the flat. Interception by Ruben Staples! The Janitors will keep the 10-point deficit, not get buried any deeper, and these turnovers keep on getting more and more dramatic. So it'll be Rollers ball at the 23. They really have to be going to quaff it here with 3 minutes, 21 seconds remaining. Still enough time to make this either a tie game or even go ahead. Bogdan in trouble, gets brought down. Brendan Legstrong with the sack. Bogdan in the shotgun. 2nd and 16 now. Throws it to the flat. Gets it to Milo Zapp. A great completion there to make it a 3rd and shorter run there. Bogdan on 3rd down, 2 minutes, 16 seconds remaining. Bogdan throws it to the flat, tipped away on 4th down. The Janitors will have to go for it here. Perhaps run it across the line and then pick up the free 2-minute warning. No, they will choose to punt it. They're in their 30. So perhaps over conservative playing here. The punt is fairly good. It'll be out of bounds at around the 15 to 10 yard line. But with the Janitors needing 2 scores, they either need a pick 6 interception, a fumble recovery touchdown, something, because time is running out. Garrett Rinser on the handoff, gets up the middle, nearly gets it to the 15. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. So the Rollers need to waste time here. If they do, and able to keep possession of the ball, scrape away these first downs, they will possibly lock in the second and final playoff spot in the Over Here division, thus ending the Cinderella season for the Trash Pandas. It's another handoff to Rinser, stopped by Perry Balkison for nearly no gain. Timeout used by the Janitors. And the Janitors will go into their game next week against the Shitbirds, making it a must-win to get into the playoffs. Third down for the Rollers. A must-stop situation here for the Janitors. August Half-Price. Play action pass. Over the middle. It's incomplete. Mickey Hamburgerson sort of just stands in front of it like a billboard. And a much-needed stoppage there by the Janitors. And not only that, it was an incomplete pass, so the play clock is stopped at 1:41 for the punt. Big time saver there. And there's still enough time to pull off this win. Williamson receives the punt at the 41, gets it to the 45. That was a hard hit. So the Janitors in striking distance here. Even a field goal would be good, because that gets them within 7 points. 1:33 remaining. They have 2 timeouts. Division championship on the line for the Janitors. They clinch it with a win. Their season is not over if they lose here. Bogdan looking to throw over the middle. Triple covered. But Hamilton with defensive pass interference. One of the 3 of them probably did something. Bogdan looked like a lost child in a shopping mall on the left side of the field there. So while definitely a poor choice of throw, it might as well be an completion, as the Janitors move up to their opponent's 37-yard line. Bogdan, dude man, the lone back. Bogdan takes a simple step backwards and takes too long, as that's a second sack of the game for Brendan Longstrong. Everyone rushing back to the huddle, 1:20 and counting remaining. Bogdan stepping back over the middle. Quatfit gets the drag route in past the 30. 3rd and short now for the Janitors. Bogdan, play action. Oh my god, the double pass! The double pass for the first down to Quaffit. Dude, man, got the ball and threw it through that line of scrimmage. What even happened? Bogdan throwing it the hole. No, not after one of the most hypest moments in Janitors history. Bogdan throws the interception on the flat coverage. And that will be game. Oh! Not like this. The Rollers still have a little bit of clock to chew out here. Darius Peppershaker on the run, stopped past the 45. The Janitors use their second of 3 timeouts. Still a very close game by both these teams. Rinser gets it to the 50. The Janitors have no choice but to use their final timeout. But a bit of a formality at this point, as the Rollers enter victory formation. And the Rollers will increase their point differential by 10. And that's going to make it incredibly difficult for the Trash Pandas to make the comeback in week 10. The only way the Trash Pandas get into the postseason is if the Rollers lose their divisional match and the Trash Pandas beat the Gators, who are currently sitting at 7-1. Oh, interesting here. So the Rollers have to punt it here. But again, it doesn't really mean too much. There we go. Fair catch made with zeros on the clock. And as the Rollers converge on the ball, they celebrate their victory on the road, winning 27-17. So yeah, this was all about which team could attack deep against the other secondarians. Man, Bruce Bogdan really tried getting those one-on-ones with Larry Balding, and every single time, either it was Jeremy Au or, actually in this case, it was Emmett Bonkwright, I believe, really shadowing over him and basically taking out that entire dimension of offense from the Janitors. And yeah, the Janitors got to a point there in the second half where they had to stick with the passing game because they were running out of time. They couldn't rely on the Oscar Dudeman runs. And yeah, the overthrows, throws to the flat. And man, that Oscar Dudeman handoff halfback pass play working to Craig Quaffit was the coolest frickin' thing, only to see him throw an interception on the next game, man. That might be letdown of the season. Yeah, Bruce Bogdan only a 20% completion rate, but Jeff Forshot not too much better at 34. Yeah, both defenses were on fire for the most part this game. Let's actually go to the defense. Let's go to interceptions here. Skygrave, Carter Amen, break with 2. Len Players getting his first interception as a cornerback was super cool to see. Ruben Staples had a big one in the end zone, trying to keep everything in the game. But yeah, how many interceptions did Bogdan throw? 6. Yikes. Oh, man, that Rollers defense was hungry. Jim Ratt leading in rushes. 87 for 9. He had a hell of a day, and Oscar Dudeman also great. Yeah, Craig Quaffit. Booker Trayton Jr. 3 for 138 with 1 passing touchdown. And Craig Quaffit 4 for 124. Jed Chadwick. Dude, Jed Chadwick had so many awesome blocks this game. And, I mean, Stan Hittums with 10 pancakes as well. The run blocking for the Janitors was so good in the first half.